I'm joined now by Yamide Dagnet. She is a senior associate with World Resource Institute's International Climate Action Initiative. First, your reaction to the president's speech.
Well, like everybody, I was disappointed. It was shameful, pathetic, the way the information was used and with the wrong assumptions very often. But what I am very hopeful for is to see the reaction of the world, not only other countries, but also the business, cities and states who are forming their commitments to move ahead with the Paris Agreement.
You mentioned the information that he put out during the speech. You know, a lot of it was about jobs, the U.S. economy, keeping jobs inside the United States. He didn't really say anything much about the climate at all.
No, because I think it's important to understand that the Paris Agreement is not just an environmental deal. It's also an economic, societal deal that took 6 years to really get negotiated. And we know the preamble is very powerful to make it an agreement for the people, with the people, and that will be implemented for the people. And the notion of just transition and job creation was also at the heart of it. And we know that in the United States, solar jobs are growing 17 times than the overall US economy. And wind turbine is really, the top employer. And in many of the states where you have most voters for the president, there 1.2 million jobs have been created in the clean energy industry. And around the whole United States, it's 2.6 million. This is a growing area. And the coal industry have been declining before climate change came into the agenda. So I think things need to be put into context, and it's a lose situation for the U.S.
Trump says that he wants to renegotiate the U.S. participation in this deal. Germany, Italy, France already said that Trump cannot renegotiate its position. Trump also said that he wants the U.S. to be the world's leader on environmental issues. What is your reaction to that?
Well, these are examples that are not, factual, because it will take 3 years for any countries to withdraw from the Paris Agreement, and another year 3 years to make the request. They need to wait 3 years to make the request, and then 1 year to really withdraw. And this agreement has been negotiated and signed by 194 countries. So no countries can unilaterally decide that it's going to be negotiated under its terms. So the President Macron, the Italian Prime Minister, and Angela Merkel were very right to insist that there will be no negotiations.
So there is a window. Are you hopeful that if there is a new U.S. president in 2020, that the United States could get back in?
I really hope that the voters will realize that the facts speak for themselves, that it's going to become more evident that the economy, the future, a more prosperous future relies on a green economy.
Various U.S. municipalities and states have already pledged to abide by the framework that they will continue on, regardless of what the U.S. decides. How does that play into this? Does that help at all?
It helps. It's disappointing that the federal government cannot lead, but we knew anyway that the implementation of this agreement would need to rely on the cities, the states, the business sectors, private investment, and it's good to know even the city of Petersburg to hear that the mayor is definitely going to move ahead with the Paris Agreement. So we do rely on the cities. It's going to be hard, but I think they are more galvanized. There are 77 cities that already confirmed their commitments and even agreed to go further, to consider going further faster as well.
The states of California and New York included. Yamide Dagnet, thank you for your time. We appreciate your insight.
Yes, thank you.